life, liberty, happiness. Thomas Jefferson's enumerated unalienable rights from the North American colonists' 1776 Declaration of Independence are both hierarchical and dependent upon preceding strata. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. While other rights are alluded to, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are declared specifically, and they are presented in the order of greatest importance, greatest need, and in the order of each succeeding right being dependent upon the preceding. Without life, we have void. We have nothing. So discussions concerning liberty or pursuing happiness are meaningless without the right to life. Life is the bedrock upon which all rights are built. Once life is established, liberty is presented as the next most important and dependent right. Liberty, the state of being free within society from oppressive restriction imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views, is our second unalienable right. We are entitled to liberty insofar as liberty does not preclude nor deny the first fundamental right, life. The third leg of Jefferson's unalienable rights is the pursuit of happiness. Having been given and allowed to develop the spark given us by our Creator, and finding ourselves in the fortunate position of living in a state that promises liberty, we are free to pursue happiness. We are free to pursue happiness to the degree that it does not infringe on others' rights of life and liberty. A, life, is necessary for B, liberty, which is an antecedent of pursuing C, happiness. A very simple formula for a most complicated political, social, and governmental milieu of conflicting rights, needs, and desires. As life is the fundamental right given us by our Creator, said Creator being unspecified and its nature being independent of rights, virtue, and necessity, life is the ultimate right that should be given highest value and authority. Actions that take the life of another, whether taken by an individual or a municipality, must be most prescribed and prohibited. As life is the first, foremost, and single necessary condition for all other rights, it is sacred. Only under the most dire and unavoidable of conditions should any human have the right to extinguish the life of another. An individual's right to life may be forfeit when such individual is actively threatening the lives of others. True self-defense in the face of a physical, highly threatening attack is a rare incidence where killing another is in accordance with the first right, the right to life. Killing after the threat has been neutralized is contrary to the right to life. As life is our most basic and sacred right, we debase all when we extinguish the life of another. Liberty, the right to do as we please, to act as we see fit and proper, is second only to life. As liberty is a second-generation right, it is geometrically more complicated to define and particularize. The distinction between liberty and license contrasts sharply with the binary of life versus death. In the United States, the Bill of Rights contained within our Constitution attempts to define the rights of our citizens. The United States Constitution, a document that I revere, is by definition flawed. The Constitution is flawed because all human works are capable of improvement. Humans have a strong desire to find bedrock, to declare a thing set in stone and immutable. This desire is readily observed in both strict constitutionalists and religious fundamentalists. This desire is in opposition with laws being created by humans for humans. Laws, as with all created documents, have underlying values and assumptions that can prove to be at variance with the author's intentions and will prove insufficient and in need of reform over time. We must forever be willing to re-examine our laws and Constitution in the pursuit of forming a more perfect union. And said union must give value to the rights of all, not just the powerful few. It is only by accepting the false belief that laws are God-given or decreed by the divine right of kings that we can fall into the trap that justice is a goal line to pass rather than a goal for which to reach. And the pursuit of happiness? If liberty is geometrically more difficult to define than life, then pursuing happiness is exponentially more complicated than our right to liberty. With life and liberty comes the ability to pursue happiness. As with most pursuits, we'll likely never master our desire, but as the Creator has ordained and Thomas Jefferson enumerated and stratified, we have the right to pursue that most elusive of goals. Here's to your happiness, everyone's liberty, and the right to life.